C-SPAN posted a video about Senator Rand Paul and Dr. Fauci having a going back and forth during a hearing. Rand Paul was asking Dr. Fauci yes or no questions. Dr. Fauci responding with sentences and statements. Oh, you're distorting evidence. You're doing this and that. I'm going to have this 8-minute video linked below. You can see it. Everybody in the comment section know it. And it's C-SPAN. You know, and this is C-SPAN. Like, the network, you know, they just, you know, they whatever. But this is C-SPAN that in the comment section, people are even saying, oh, the media won't cover it. Exactly. So that's why the independent media and channels have to cover this. But anyways, back to this Rand Paul and Fauci. Fauci, number one, he brought up how he was doing the CDC guidelines, this and that. What do he think about the CDC? What do he think about CDC receiving the majority of their money from China? So Trump did the right thing by cut funding. We should have cut all ties with the CDC. We need to start over. We need to have our own. We need to start us with the WHO too. We need to cut ties with these people as a country. But it's too much money going around. Dr. Fauci, you know, he 81. You don't love medicine that much to be in it until you 81. Come on, man. My granddad loved driving buses, but he retired, and he's 80s right now. Come on now. So Dr. Fauci, and then Dr. Fauci is just childish. If you watch his mannerisms, and because he mentioned in this video about how on Rand Paul's website it had a sign that said "Fire Fauci" on it. Like when you first log on to his channel, that was like the display. Fire Fauci. Then it had a contribute button where you can contribute to Rand Paul. He want to talk about how that was misinformation, and some guy got arrested in Iowa talking about he was coming to kill Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci, that man wasn't finna do nothing to you, man. You really, dude, you made it to be 81. If Reagan put you in there, if ain't nobody did nothing since Reagan, why you think something gonna happen now? Misinformation been going on. But you just want to bring it up now, try to smear Rand Paul. Rand Paul, you making money off the coof just like Rand Paul. Everybody else in the government is. So don't try to use this against Rand Paul. What are you saying? Fauci is a joke. And then he wanted to talk, like he said, he talked about the CDC, which we need to cut all ties as a country, the death threats, which in every public figure gets. I'm sure kids channels even get comments like that. Everybody gets it. When you step into the spotlight, you should expect that. People that's been in the government 20, 30, 40 years, 20, 30, 40 years, all that, they need to go home. That's why they better hope Ron DeSantis don't get that nomination, because he's sending y'all home. Y'all ain't really trying to help nobody. Y'all sitting up there collecting the check. That's all what's going on. If Trump, that need to be a question that if Trump runs again, we need to ask, will you fire Fauci? Because you didn't. You didn't. And that was kind of suspect. Just to be honest with you. Fauci, dude, he was on TV more than he was when the virus had first came out. He was on CNN, MSNBC. You just answering, what? It's like he was just happy to be seen. See, people like that, you need to go, man. We need a fresh start. Like I say, 20, 30, 40 year politicians, y'all need to go home. It ain't working. Fresh start, fresh faces. But like I say, this 8-minute clip will be linked below. Go watch it. Everybody in the comments know what happened. But no media will cover it. No liberal channel. They ain't gonna talk about it at all. Or if they do, they'll say Rand Paul kept cutting them off. Meanwhile, Rand Paul was asking yes or no questions. Fauci responding with sentences. And then Fauci wanted to call Rand Paul a moron. I read this article. I will have that link below too. He wanted to call Rand Paul a moron because they were asking him about his finances, basically. That's a common sense question. Do you have stock? Do you have holdings in these companies that you are endorsing? Do you have are you investing in Pfizer? Like, that's just common sense questions. Because common sense will tell you, yo, you just looking out for yourself at this point. You 81 in there. Go home. You don't, come on, man. You know it. You know Fauci knows he knows he's a joke. Fauci is childish. He literally went home, printed out the front page of Rand Paul's website, brought it in there, and gonna try to hold it up like it's a trophy. Childish, man. You don't need to be in government. We need a real doctor who don't say, oh, if you think I'm wrong, then you disagree with science. We don't need nobody saying that kind of stuff. That's all I got to say for this video, man. Dr. Fauci's a joke. He should have been fired. Like I said, he better hope Ron DeSantis don't get the nomination. Pence is done. He don't need to run. He need to just, maybe he should go for governor again or Indiana or somewhere. But in terms of being president, he ain't had no charisma. Born really was a bad VP. Choosing from the beginning with President Trump. But Trump and DeSantis, it's the main two. I don't see nobody else right behind them at this point. But anyways, man, Fauci, you can be out of a job real soon. I suggest you go home.